welcome to another edition of the Grandstanders Live. I'm your host, Scott Kerman, and I'm joined by my usual cohorts, the Professor Russ Stevens, Uncle Joe McLaughlin, and she's the First Lady of Michigan, Alice Cook.
The First Lady. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, you gotta have a nickname. You have to. Hollywood Pete McGilvery is not here tonight.
He's in Hollywood.
Yeah, nominated for a Golden Globe Award, so we're very
Barber to the stars.
Very proud of him, and he'll be back next week. But we begin with the Patriots, and my anger lingers from Sunday's game. The Patriots, who should have won by 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's what we had figured. It should have been a cakewalk. The Eagles wanted to fall down and die, and the Patriots kept on reviving them. Right? Absolutely.
We've had 2 14-point leads in the last 2 weeks, and we've managed to blow them, both of them. And that never happens to this team.
Right. So,
that's not our team.
Yeah, right.
Neither does losing at home happen very often.
Exactly. Back-to-back games, lost at home, 14-point leads.
Explain that to me. Explain to me how that can go so wrong so quickly.
Well, first of all, it's not because of the injuries. Let's just get that off the table. This game, okay? I'm not saying, the last month or how they played, but this game, it was critical mistakes, and it was coaching. And there were some really strange calls. We were just talking about it before the show. And
the drop kick.
The drop kick, that changed the whole tone of the game. They had a 14-0 lead. Why did they do that? What was the thinking behind it? Of course, we don't know because the coach didn't answer the question in the post-game news conference. Right. But to this day, I do not know why he had to use trickery at that point in the game. It put the Eagles right back in it.
Because he's usually not that cute, right? He doesn't usually do that at that...
Not unless they're in a desperate situation. Like at least the pass by Edelman last year in the playoffs, that was a desperate situation. You're down by 14 in the championship game, in the division championship. I understand it. When you're up by 14 against a team that's inferior to you, that doesn't make any sense, right?
Well, it doesn't, but I thought it was a poor coaching job all around. I'm not pinning on the head coach. Special teams coach, Josh McDaniels, just about everyone on that staff deserves a little bit. Matt Patricia had some odd calls, too, on defense.
But everything was indecision. It was all about indecision at the end of the half. Are we going to run out the clock? Are we not going to run out the clock? And all of a sudden, to not do that and to have the punt blocked with 8 seconds left.
Oh, I thought that was the turning point more than anything else.
They were conservative when they should have gambled, and they gambled when they needed to be conservative.
Agree. And Alice, that's the second straight game. I thought the same thing happened in Denver, where at the end of the game they should have been conservative and run the ball, and they decided to open up the
But
offense.
in the Denver game also, at the end of the half, they did the same thing. They ran out the clock and just go, what? Yeah. You got a minute and a half here.
With the best quarterback of all time and the ball in his hands with timeout.
In decent field position, too. Yeah. It wasn't like they were back on the 10.
So we think they're brilliant, right? Okay, so it's halftime. They'll make the adjustments because that's the Patriots. Not only did they not make any adjustments, they come out and they do more stupid things.
They gave up 35 unanswered points.
Did they really?
Unanswered.
Yes.
Yeah. That's bananas.
Right. I mean, and
it just doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So let's talk.
Especially to a schlub team like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the return of the touchdown, the interception.
I know, this really sticks.
No, it does stick because that goes to effort. And I can explain all the other things, but effort I can't explain. And when you have a guy who, on a deflection of a play, the linebacker, pretty much to the right hash, catches the ball and then starts running 100 yards straight up the field. No, he's a linebacker.
Yeah.
No, linebacker.
But by where he caught the ball, he has to go through all 11 guys.
And it was the back of the end zone. Did you hear what Brady said about that, too? He was just trying to get it through the end zone? I don't know. I think he was forcing it.
That was on another
interception. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
I'm getting my interceptions confused.
There were 3 guys on that team on our offense who had the speed to catch that guy from behind, you would think. And not one of them did.
Especially when they were in front of him.
Right.
Because we know JoJo LaFell quits on pretty much every play, right? So we can't expect him to do anything. I mean,
they should give him a lawn chair on the sideline to stop and take a break in.
Yeah.
That's Boston sports. We hate quitters. That's what we hate the worst, is athletes who quit. He was quitting the whole game. He should have been on the sidelines, at the very least at halftime, right?
Yeah.
But, of course, we had nobody else to put out there. So we allowed him to quit on balls, right?
Over and over.
But this is where I get to with Belichick. Why is someone not in his face? Why is someone not in Brandon LaFell's face?
Oh, I thought you meant Belichick's
No,
face.
right.
No one
No,
gets
no,
in his
right.
face.
Who was the receivers coach? I have no
But
idea.
they show the sidelines, and if someone was in the face, they'd be showing. Nobody gets into LaFell's face and say, "What are you
Let
doing?"
drop. We call him let drop.
On that first quarter one where he gave up on it, then when Brady threw it, he said, "Oh, geez, I better go run and get that," and then, of course, didn't make it there. When he went back to the sideline, they showed him going to the sideline. No one yelled at him. A coach came over with a clipboard and started going over things with him, like,
Wasn't
asking.
he on the cover of
asking-
Sports Illustrated last season?
Yeah.
Remember that? What happened?
I don't
So
know.
was Jonas Gray, though.
Maybe I'm looking for a little more emotion. Maybe I'm looking for, as we see, standard NFL procedure is if the something happens bad in special teams, the head coach just starts going,
Throws his headset down.
and yells at the special teams coach, right?
Right.
You know,
Didn't see that.
You don't see that.
I think they were in shock, though. I mean, it was just so.
The whole organization has behaved oddly for 2 or 3 weeks now. Don't you think? Like
Yeah,
nothing
this-
seems to be going the way it normally
Does
goes.
that kind of coincide with the injuries?
Well, I think, yeah, I think that, to me, I think you're right in that the injuries didn't cause that loss. It seems like the injuries have caused something to go haywire in the organization's brain, right? Playing conservatively,
Yeah, it's a
doing
great point.
crazy
Oh, they're
things.
using it as an excuse.
They could.
And like Bill Parcells always
Don't
said,
ever
give them an excuse,
yeah.
they'll
Right,
use it.
Yeah.
I think the big chronic problem is the offensive line, though. I mean, there's a version of the story that says the offensive line has been bad all along. When they had Edelman and Gronkowski, Brady could get rid of the ball in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But once that was taken away, I
Now
think
it's
It
3 and
changed
4.
everything, yeah.
this line is terrible.
I know, but they've lost confidence in the running game. They've lost confidence in Mr. Blunt. I don't even know why he's on the team, right? I mean,
He can't make 2 yards on first down.
No,
It's
right.
under 2 yards. Like it's killing him, and,
And
it
there
leads
was
to all these third and
holes
longs.
there,
Yeah.
but he had to dance until the holes were filled.
but this is kind of the problem of Belichick, the GM, who did nothing at the trading deadline to handle any kind of depth problems, running back, defensive back, nothing. And usually he always makes a move.
Next
right?
man up, though, they believe in that too. And
Well,
Yeah,
there's also Jonathan Kraft saying this is how much you're spending.
Right,
Yeah.
but this is a team that is
It's not Bob Kraft's pulling those
this is a team
strings.
who's trending
Jonathan.
poorly, right?
you're right.
I mean, this
Pardon me?
this team is trending poorly right now.
Oh, it's trending very poorly.
And we can't finish off games.
They were 10-0. What
Do you think it's
happened?
Kansas City poorly? They're trending?
No, everything this weekend's really big, and it's how they really respond.
Yeah, this is
against Houston.
I totally
And this
And
is
if they
a
come out and they have a good win down there, I
Yeah.
think
I think this
we'll
is
be okay.
Cincinnati. This game is as important as Cincinnati was last year after the Kansas City game, right?
On to Houston.
Because we won that game,
Right.
and then
On to
everything got
Houston.
And we
better.
won it
Look,
big.
The
Yeah.
fact is, if we go out and win on Houston on Sunday night and play really well, everyone will
calm down.
Everything
Even
will
you,
get right
Scott.
back.
No,
Even you.
Look, Brookline's own Tom Brady is floating stuff. And the reason he's floating stuff in the air is that he's been hit 36 times in
That's a
the
lot.
last three
weeks.
games. And that takes a wear and tear on your body.
Good
and,
thing he's eating that avocado ice cream.
Yeah, right.
So
He's
right.
fresh as lettuce.
Fresh as lettuce. I've never heard that.
I love that.
That's
though.
really
I
good.
love that.
I like that.
Use that.
Well, he's the next guy who's going to
I'm
go
dying
down,
to
right?
use it.
Let's not
He
say
is in
that.
such
Can we not
great
say
shape,
that?
and he is a little more fleet of foot this year,
He is. Absolutely.
but he does. He takes a pounding.
Yeah,
And,
he got that guy.
you have to
Baldwin
worry
went-
a little,
Oh, well,
Those are
J.J. Watt.
300-pound, very,
Mm-hmm.
very strong men. People you don't see on a daily basis. You might see someone of that.
We're
And
going to see
fast.
Size and
somebody on
strength.
Sunday night that we've never seen before, which is J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
If
Now
Watt
he
hits
broke
him-
his hand.
Who, J.J. Watt?
Yes.
Oh, that's a pity.
Came out today.
Oh, yeah?
Announced
But
it
is
at
that
how
practice.
it works?
He's still playing.
Is he
He's going to
gonna
have a club.
That's what I was going to
He
say.
said, broke my hand and I'm still planning. So what does that
It's
tell
a
you?
fake broken
No,
hand.
yeah.
I want to see a note
Really?
from
Do
the
you
doctor on
think?
that.
I mean, this is a little, gamesmanship.
No, but it's
going
better
on.
to
It could
it's
be.
better for him to have the club because they
The
catch
club.
him in. Yeah, he'll get penalized on that. It's a hand-to-hand battle in offensive defensive line. Just that's why he took the
So
wrestler.
he broke his hand in what, practice or something?
It was just announced today that he had a broken hand. So I don't know if it was in
There's
the
another
last
guy
game
on the
or-
team that's got a broken
Yeah.
hand too. On Houston's got a broken hand too, and they're going to have it all wrapped up. The linebacker.
But they got to. The referees got to protect Tom Brady more. I mean, they're going high on him. They never call any penalties against the defenders. They get to.
It's a football game.
Yeah, we've been getting those calls for 10 years. Are we kidding?
Yeah,
He's gotten every call there was for 10
He really
years.
got a lot of calls.
He's taking a beating
Yeah.
because his offensive line stinks.
Yeah, you can't
You
get
can't,
around that.
Like, I'm not going to look to the ref like, could you protect him? Because our offensive line can't.
Yeah, he's just.
It's a bad line.
Well, we've got to protect him because if there's.
We must protect our QB.
Now, I've decided that the actuary table, I'm not an insurance agent, but
Okay.
the actuary table shows that would you rather have Gronk take the rest of the season off and play the division round game, okay? Play the first round of the playoffs, then to try to play Gronk the rest of the season and risk him
Further injury.
Right, and try to get the bye, but not having Gronk in the playoffs. What would you prefer?
Alice, what do you think?
Well, first of all, Gronk was at practice today too.
He was a practice.
Okay.
Yeah, but he was at practice for 6 weeks
Yeah.
before last
And
time.
he was looking good. This is really.
But they need to protect him.
Yeah, I just want to talk a little bit about this dynamic, how the family got involved in this. Like it was the Patriots came out with a news release that he's going to be week to week, and then the next day. It says the Patriots and the Gronkowski family have announced that he will return when he's ready. So, talk about an actuary. The Gronk brand is being protected
Right.
by the
Absolutely.
family. And if you asked any one of them, they say he is not going back out there until he's done. We know what's happened before. He broke his arm and the whole. It's like I would say wait. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think the rest of the
I
season is
agree.
safe.
But as much as I hate watching Scott Chandler block, but hopefully that Williams will be back this week.
Yeah.
He's a big cat.
I'd say wait. I'm with you.
Because Gronk, it's in his head about injuries. I mean, because the way he reacted, I know he was feeling pain, but he looked like he had just been shot.
Yes.
And we thought
it was
season
really bad.
Right.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't bad.
And you know what's really bad is Belichick praising James White for his chip blocks on the way out into his patents.
Oh.
That this little guy is the guy replacing Gronk, helping out the tackles.
Yeah, that's another thing when you talk about the offensive line. Obviously, we miss Gronk, in the line. I mean,
I would wait.
His blocking is under. He's a major blocker. Yeah.
I agree with you. I think you wait because you can beat any team with Gronk at any location, right? You could go into, but if you don't have Gronk, you're not winning the Super. There's a 0% chance we win the Super
No,
Bowl.
I think it's more important to have Edelman.
I agree.
because we're not afraid to go to Cincinnati right now,
No.
right? We're not
No.
afraid to go back to Denver.
Remember, they're down 2 tight ends. So Williams, I think, is back because they got rid of Fourier
Yeah,
this week.
yeah.
So I think keep Gronk on ice. Try
Keep
to
him
get,
on ice.
try to get,
Yeah, oh yeah.
Look.
As long as Williams is back, I think you got 2 tight ends to play. You can go the double tight end setup, which is better to run out of, better for Brady to pass out of, I think, right now too.
Well, and there's a distinct possibility that 4 losses, that Cincinnati and Denver are going to have to play each other, so that's a 3rd loss from one of those teams, and one of them may lose a 4th game. So we may be able to possibly lose 2 more games and still get the bye. Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
That's good.
As
Yeah.
long as you lose them in the other conference.
So we're not going to do predictions tonight because we talked too
Is
much
that the
about
last
the Patriots.
NFC game?
All right, let's do it
Let's
quickly.
do predictions.
All right, do it quickly. All right, then I have to get my hat on. All right, come on. You're the BS.
Oh, the guest, yeah.
You didn't realize because
No, I didn't know about
I'm a
this part of
Boston
it.
sports medium. Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
the Swami.
Yeah, right. And you like that?
Yeah,
Nice
you look
look?
kind of like Chris Berman.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, minus
Yeah,
like 75
right,
pounds.
I was
Yeah, right. God bless you, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, he's
I
got shtick.
congratulate you for not going back to Johnny Carson.
So, all right, prediction time. Patriots playing the Texans. I've got it 24-17 Patriots.
Oh.
Got a close game. Patriots scoring in the last 2 minutes to win a great, obviously an important victory. Joe?
I like your reasoning, and I think it'll be close because it's on the road, and I don't have a lot of confidence in the offense as presently constituted. So I might even go lower, 20-17.
The Patriots have not lost 3 in a row since 2002.
Okay.
Do you think that's probable? I'm giving them this win. Same score as you.
Okay,
Smart.
24,
Yes.
yeah, right.
Same score.
Yeah, around 17-13 we win. I think very, very low scoring. Everything
Yeah.
points to
But
Belichick playing very conservatively.
One thing, though, is that defense hasn't made a big play all year. The one big play they made got taken away on the Patrick Chung. they're due to make some plays. They have not made any big plays.
Yeah.
None.
The scoring on
For
defense,
that,
right.
all those
that's the
first
one thing.
rounders.
We do have to give that defense a fair amount of credit. Like Logan Ryan, we thought was a chump.
But they're not
Played very good
playmakers.
Football. But they play great defense. They've been a top 3 defense.
Yeah, but they gotta make, sooner or later, they gotta make some plays to win a game.
I don't care how they hold a team.
The defense,
Scoreless,
yeah.
I'll take it.
Well, I'm predicting also if we get up by 2 scores, look out for the drop kick.
Yeah.
I don't think we're
Yeah,
gonna
oh
see
no,
that
oh,
yet.
okay.
I predict we don't see that.
Yeah, all right.
Doug Flutie will come back.
Yeah. So we go to the Red Sox, our beloved Red Sox. But I have to, first of all, I gotta say something. The Red Sox with the whole new netting. I have to just say that as a season ticket holder.
Where are your
You're glad
seats? Are
you're
they there?
sitting there.
Oh, we're in Section 8, which is the affordable housing program of the Boston Red Sox. So we're actually $30. Our prices have not increased.
Where is Section 8?
Section 8 is
Right behind the pesky
Yeah,
pole.
yeah.
I remember
Nice.
a few years
Yeah.
ago, I told Larry Lucchino, and I met him, and I thanked him for keeping our seats so long. He's like, "You're only paying $30."
Oh, no, you shouldn't have told them that.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the netting's very controversial. I was listening to Sports Talk Radio today, and it's Michael Felger from 98.5 said, I wouldn't buy those seats.
no,
It's
right?
like,
It changes everything.
But
Wait a minute, they
How?
aren't the most expensive seats.
Yeah, I know, but-
Yeah, as a general rule, behind home plate, behind a screen.
and there's a screen.
Right, but the people are used to that over many years, but now all of a sudden,
They'll be used to it in 10 games. This is
Yes.
much ado by nothing.
I
Yes,
think
it
you need
is.
to
I
protect
think our
people.
Russ has got it right
There were
right
some
there.
really bad
Yeah,
injuries.
really bad.
We don't need to see that
10
anymore.
games, this
Yeah.
will never be a story again.
oh no, I'm all for it. I think it's
Yeah.
great. I just think that a lot of
By the
people
way,
paying those big.
Do you remember this was a story in hockey?
Yeah.
Remember they put extra netting up in hockey.
Yeah.
Behind the goal, behind the goals.
No one's ever talked about it again.
Oh yeah, no,
No.
I just look our Section 8 seats.
yeah, we're
seem
not-
more.
No,
You guys, you guys are like craning your
I think these
Yeah.
must be the same
Oh, this
people
is
who
how we
won't sit
sit
on the
up.
glass at a hockey game.
Our seats come with a
You get a
chiropractor.
crick in your net on those seats.
And there
Yeah.
used to be a nail in the seats in front of us, so you get poked.
Yeah.
But for $30, you can't.
30
beat it.
bucks.
Yeah. See?
That's a deal.
And they get a TV.
Yeah, we got a TV now
Oh,
because we can't see the game.
where did up on the?
Yeah, we have our own little TV.
They're like the first Scotty's like the first row under the overhang practically.
Okay, that's where they used to put the media for the
That's right.
playoff
Right.
A
games.
little bit
Way
further
up there.
down, 2 sections
Okay.
down.
Yeah.
I sat out there.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, all right, I obviously the David Price thing, we've talked about it. I wasn't very happy about
talked
this.
about it.
We have talked about it,
Yeah, we
and
more than talked
I stuck
about
my
it.
neck out, and that's what you need to do.
We should remind
Well,
Alex
yeah.
what you said.
Yeah.
David
Your
Price will be
prediction.
traded at the deadline.
By this year's trade
By
deadline.
this deadline.
After they spent
By July,
$217 million
yeah.
It's
on
because
him?
he's just a terrible fit. He hates Boston. Boston
He did
hates
so
him.
bad in that press
Why-
conference, I was embarrassed.
No, he did well there. He did well there. I agree with it. Remember Carl
gets
Crawford?
it.
I feel like it's Carl Crawford.
He was on a
boy.
Kyle Crawford
Really?
thing last week. He
You
was
can't. The guy didn't want to be here. He wanted to go to the Cardinals. You had to overpay him, give him $30 million, make the union get involved, which we know they got involved and said, David, you have to take this. But I don't want to go there. You have to take that. And he's already a rich man. And
He doesn't need them. It ain't about the money.
No, but he's obviously, it was a first round pick. He's probably already made 70 to
He's a
100
bright
million.
guy. Went to Vanderbilt. I mean, we're not
Right,
talking about
but
dummy.
he's look. I just think it's a bad fit. I saw what Carl Crawford hit.
No, he's
'Cause
going to
they
play at
both
Fenway
raised.
Park, and the crowd is going to embrace him, and he's going to, like all these players,
Yeah.
I love Boston. They are the best fans. I love this ball.
How about
You'll
him
hear it.
drop in it's not just about the Red Sox, it's the Patriots, the Celtics, it's the culture. You referenced Dwight Evans wearing number 24. I mean, the guy's got it down in terms
Ooh,
of
he did.
All right, okay,
Yeah,
maybe
he's not a dumbbell.
No.
No, I didn't say that. Vanderbilt, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
Little Vandy.
Sticking my neck out. Okay, outside the box.
I don't think, yeah.
You've got people
I think,
talking.
yeah.
And when it happens, you just wow.
All right, everyone
Danny
remember
came back
that.
to the office saying, "You got to talk Scotty down off the bridge." That's
On
out there.
December, what's today's date? 10th? December
10th.
10th, 2015, the prediction was made.
Yeah.
David Price is going
I
to
s-
be.
And I still have Jason.
Traded.
Yeah, I still have
Okay.
Jason Veritek.
That
as
guy's the manager.
2016
Now we have it.
manager. I'm
All right.
still waiting on the Jason Veritek one. We'll get there. So Dombrowski, the adult in the room, makes a fantastic trade by getting rid of Wade Miley, who just fodder.
I'm not crazy.
You don't like the deal?
Oh, I love it.
I think, okay.
Go
I
ahead,
agree
you.
with the Globe's Nick Cafardo that they should have kept him. He was solid at the end. He's a lefty. I think they should have traded another pitcher maybe. a starting pitcher.
Really?
Yes, I think that this could be a thing that they regret.
No.
Yeah, well, I thought I wanted one of those three guys, Miley, Buchholz, or Kelly, right? And I guess it kind of comes down to who did people want the most?
Miley got the least. He was only making $7 million a year for a starting pitcher.
So you get a lefty to Al's point,
Mm-hmm.
who's only making $7 million a year, and I think that's why they dealt Miley. I wanted one of those three guys gone.
Yeah,
To
he
me,
was
it
coming on
didn't
strong.
matter.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how he
Other
does.
teams would want Miley more.
I'm not that emotional.
You got a cost-controlled reliever. You got a guy, a lefty, who
great.
who may be similar in
To
numbers
Miley.
to Miley.
Yeah.
At
Right.
Well, I thought it was a great trade. I thought it was a wonderful trade. It's just that I can see why the other teams would want Miley.
Yeah,
never
I
never
do too.
would you
We'll
ever
see what happens.
Never will you ever say during the season, oh, things would be changed if we had Wade Miley
Well,
back.
I don't envision myself saying
that's
that.
It's going
new team.
really south. Remember
The
getting
only person of those three that I'm emotional about is Buchholz. That's the guy I just can't bear to watch this whole thing. Because what's going to happen, he's going to pitch well into June. He's going to have everyone convinced
gonna
that
get
he's
hurt.
turned the corner.
Yeah.
And they won't trade. Or maybe Dombrowski will do the right thing at that point in time.
Yeah.
Because I
Better hope he doesn't get hurt because he gets.
Well, no, the wife will let him hold the baby and then he'll twist his neck.
We went down every one of his list of being on the DL. Everything was a strain. He didn't even pull anything.
Nothing broken
Nothing
or anything
broken,
like that.
Strain. Yeah. He's a guy like, you have a kid, you have a bunch of kids, and he's the one who lives in the basement. You don't want to really kick him out, right? Because he can't be on his own, right? So he just stays in the basement. You make excuses for him all the
He's
time.
in the basement making a lot of money.
Right, yeah, right. And you hope sometime that,
pitching 120 innings. He makes
Yeah, he
that
gets
kind of
like
Ton of
13,
money.
14 million a year,
money.
doesn't
I
he?
cannot go through
Nice.
another year of play Buchholz.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we'll see.
I have him going to the Cubs.
What would you? How would
Just so
you?
you know
You dump everyone on the Cubs.
Yes, because I forget Theo Epstein, right?
So
You're Theo, Brookline zone.
Dombrowski's off-season plan is pretty much. What grade would you give him? Let's go around and give grades.
I'm giving him A- and only because it's incomplete. They haven't gotten rid of Hanley Ramirez.
That's a very good point.
And I'll give him time. What he's done so far. Yeah, what he's done so far, I'm satisfied with. I have confidence he might find a way to get rid of Hanley.
Yeah, he's very hands-on. He's very active. I like how he's taking control. He's like the one guy.
He's in the
In,
adult
yeah,
room.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
the adult in the room, and it's not as
Right.
dysfunctional as we've
What
seen
grade?
it. I'd say A-.
Absolutely. He's brought stability. Charrington, every one of his moves is just terrible.
They were all redundant. They didn't seem to make sense.
See, I'm with you. I didn't love the Price signing. I'd still give him an A because you needed to get a number one starter. Now we can argue about that's not the number one starter, but the guy got a number one starter.
Yeah.
If he gets rid of Hanley in this whole mess, it's an A plus plus plus.
Yes,
plus.
I agree with that. Yeah,
Right?
he's
Hanley
the
Ramirez is
dead weight man at first base too.
And he's poisoned the boot.
He's
Yes.
never going to play another game for the Boston Red Sox.
You keep telling me this, but I keep
Don't
seeing
even
him on the
worry about
roster.
it, please. He quit on that team, and he's never playing. John Henry ultimately has to write a $66 million check if everything else goes south.
That was a good signing, huh?
Yeah. Ben Charrington will never get another
And
job.
Pablo
after that.
Sandoval is never going to play another game in this.
I can deal with.
No,
You cannot have Pablo Sandoval, Hanley
Yeah,
Ramirez, and Big
Infield.
Poppy clogging up those base paths for another season. You cannot have that. We've learned these guys, they hit singles, and then that's it. You got to have three
If he
hits.
gets rid of both Pablo and Hanley, I will be a chauffeur all around Boston.
Yeah.
Dombrowski, I'm telling him right now. I will chauffeur him around Boston if he gets rid of both.
He's going to liquor up one GM. He's already liquored up to
Yeah.
Poto. I'm telling you, that deal was great.
Yeah.
You're just going to love that deal. I mean, are you kidding me? It's all about bullpens.
Yeah.
Okay, we learned that with Kansas City.
You got to make it easier for the closer. I agree with that.
Yeah,
You have to.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And all our starters last year, they fell apart in the fifth and sixth innings because they had to make them last another.
stretching them
We
out.
need another inning out of you. We need another inning because we got no one behind you.
Yeah.
So we have a trade rumor, okay? We're getting a Jose Fernandez. He's coming to
it's
Boston,
not
okay?
gonna-
All right. So now all of a sudden we've decided he's coming to Boston. Who do we have to give up, and who are you willing to give up to have Jose Fernandez, who the Red Sox have always had?
Based on what the Braves traded Shelby Miller for, you'd have to have Betts, Swihart,
No bet.
and
No
Moncada.
Bogarts. No bets.
Yeah, you'd
Those
have
guys
to,
you
Yeah,
are
exactly. I
Those are the
agree.
two.
Yeah.
I'll give you
Untradeable.
Betts or Bogarts.
You would
There's
not
no
give
way.
up bets for Fernandez.
No bets. No Bogarts. They stay. They're untradeable. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they're the future.
Betts
Yep.
up from straight. I would certainly not give him anything else.
That's why he gets an A also, by the way, because he's kept Swihart,
Yeah.
Betts, Bogarts,
You would give up
Erod.
Betts.
I would
All
put
those
Betts
guys are
on
still
my
there.
back
Yeah,
and then
I probably would
and
too.
walk him to Miami. To get? Are you kidding me? We're talking about.
Really?
We're talking about seriously. We're talking about a guy who's
number one starter.
number one starter. I mean, one of the stars of the league. His center fielders. I mean, Betts is a nice player, right? But see,
I think he's a potential superstar.
I think he's a potential
I think he is
superstar.
too, but for number one, for that guy who's that young and talented as Jose Fernandez, I would.
and
trade
he's.
him.
Well, I think he's.
Would you trade
It-
Bogarts?
No, because Bogarts. Is
That's a special.
He's on your fantasy team.
no.
Yeah.
No,
Xander's been on his special team since Portland.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, yeah.
You go way back.
Bogarts
Okay.
is
You
the man.
cannot.
Bogarts is
do
the
not
man.
criticize
Forgetting
him.
about Betts.
Is there
Betts is a
any
very
player-
nice player,
is
but
there-
Bogarts is good. He's off the charts
Can you
potential.
name three guys you trade Bogarts for in Major League Baseball?
What's that?
The three starting pitchers for the Mets.
No, you trade him for the kid in
Well, obviously Trout. We're obviously right. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not stupid, but that's it. That's pretty much it.
Wow,
You watch.
You're,
Bogarts-
you're Xander.
you would not trade Betts or Bogarts really for anybody.
No, I think that they represent the future. They're both really, they've got great potential. I don't see, unless it was just like, okay, I know you're really into this Jose Fernandez.
but can you imagine? Can you
It's like the most
imagine?
amazing deal. Oh, but I still would hate to see Betts
It
go.
would be tough to see him go.
And it's good to keep guys in your organization. It shows everyone
better stats
all the
than
way through the
Bogarts.
organization that you have some loyalty and
he's
you
got a
take
great
care of
name.
your
He-
guys.
First of all, he'd be in Miami, so
I'm,
we really never
I'm with
ever
you. I
see
like
him,
a
right?
guy with a good name.
Good names are good
In
for
Miami,
t-shirt
so never even
sales.
hear about
You know
it.
they're a
Better than Bogarts
good, they're
last
good person if they
No,
will have a crazy
Yeah.
name.
Come on, seriously, you guys are kidding me? They would do that in 2
Yeah, no, they wouldn't
seconds.
do it. If it was just Betts, they would do it.
We don't know how Betts is
Well,
going to
see.
trend. We know Jose Fernandez is one of the top pitchers.
What
in
would they
baseball.
have to pay him? Well,
Whatever you
I thought,
want.
what,
I know,
it's
$30 million
what's
seems
that,
to be
30 million?
comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh my
Right.
God, can you imagine?
Is he a Boris client?
Look, we saw what Pedro Martinez did for this town, right?
Yeah.
He changed everything. Jose Fernandez is that type of talent.
Really? You think that? Wow, because you're right. Pedro was completely
worth
game changer. Oh, he was worth
And
every
again, there is a
dime.
parallel, coming from a National League team that's been in hard financial times, might not last in the city they're in.
Like, look, when Pedro pitched, it was like going to Sinatra, okay? When Fernandez pitches in Boston, it's going to be.
It's gonna happen.
I think.
When do you think it'll happen?
Yeah, put the head
Look,
back on.
absolutely.
Oh, you don't want to go that
I'm
far.
going to say that Dombrowski's not afraid to do it. He's not afraid to do it. He's not married to any of these players.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You just say Betts. He doesn't
They're
care
not his
about
guys.
Betts. He just
Yeah.
looks at numbers.
No, Al's. I mean, he's in command of the situation. He's hands on.
Yeah.
He'll make the right decisions.
Yeah.
In Dave, we trust.
Okay.
You can't trust Belichick anymore. can we?
All right, we'll throw in Pedroia.
At least not on special teams.
Oh, that's just so
He's
you know.
been trying to get rid of Pedroia
I've
for
been
2
trying
years.
to-
Well,
for
he
years.
can't go to his right anymore.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
How old is he?
None of us
30.
He's injury prone.
And his slugging percentage has gone down,
my
down,
God.
down.
And when he gets hurt, he comes right back. Or maybe he doesn't anymore.
Dusty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He's like
lingers
the
for
one-
months.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our show. Can you believe that went that quick?
Like that.
I want to thank the gang. I want to thank everyone behind the scenes. Check us out on our website at thegrandstanders.com, and we'll be back next Thursday night for another edition. I'm your host, Scott Kerman. Have a great night.